What's up, Nintendo gamers? The Kid here with another Kid Icarus Uprising update. Nintendo has came out with a new trailer as of late, and it just demonstrates what the Fiend's Cauldron will do, aka the difficulty level. What the trailer is called is the intensity trailer, which you can up the intensity from 0 to 0.029.0, which is basically 90 to 0 to 90. And it looks significantly harder. You look at the trailer and you see both difficulties. They have one at a lower setting and one at the highest. Basically, you are moving at all times in the highest level, and there are a significant amount of enemies on than you will on a lower setting, and it's probably going to be really hard because from what the trailer's shown, there's not a moment you are moving. There's every moment of that gameplay, Pit was moving and out of the way of enemy fire and attacks. So it's going to be really hard. Hopefully, it's as hard as it could be as hard as the original Kid Icarus, or just hard in general, so that people who are used to easy games or people who complain about Nintendo games being too easy can have a bit of a challenge. And yes, this is one of those hardcore games, I guess, what people think. I don't believe in hardcore games and that, but that's what people go off of. But this will be considered one of those hardcore games. Probably one of the most hardcore games Nintendo has came out with in a while. So yes, you can consider this a hardcore game because it is not just a game you will play like Mario. It's not easy. It's not something you can jump right into, if it was your first time. Well, I wouldn't say that, but once you'll be an experienced player if you play, because the control screen isn't, as normal as a game would control, and just things about it isn't normal as other games are today. So it's definitely one of those type of hardcore games that people have been saying Nintendo needs to come out more with. So I guess you got your wish. But what I really wanted to talk about is one of the reoccurring enemies of the Kid Icarus franchise that we have not seen since Myths and Monsters, and that is the Eggplant Wizard. Now, the Eggplant Wizard has been given official artwork now, and if you guys haven't played the franchise of Kid Icarus, you would know that the Eggplant Wizard entirely is a character out of its genre of gaming and style. He looks more like he should be one of Mario's enemies in the past games. He is an oddball villain that you wouldn't expect to be in a game like this. And the way Kid Icarus looks, Kid Icarus Uprising, has that realistic and that anime touch on it, that art direction on it. So you wouldn't think you would see a character like this, but then again, look at all the enemies Pit is fighting. They all look pretty cartoony, though they do have a more realistic looking design. But this time around, the Eggplant Wizard now looks like he actually fits into a Kid Icarus game. He has a whole different design. This time he has a wand. He actually kind of looks like his original artwork for the original Kid Icarus, but just updated, a more realistic and anime like tone to it. And you can actually see him doing something without it just seeming cartoony and slapstick. So he actually looks very serious this times, and I'm glad he doesn't have that eggplant like stem on his head or leaf or whatever. That gives him a more appealing look. It makes him look more like a creature than some type of plant that is a humanoid somehow. It makes him more look like he's a mysterious creature that just has the ability to turn you into an eggplant and other crap. You know, he is a wizard. That's not all he can do. That's his main thing, to turn you into an eggplant. But I'm pretty sure that's not all he can do. I'm sure he can do some other freaky crap to you. But he looks cool. I like his staff. I like his overall design. Its design is cool. It fits with the whole mythological feel of the game. And he just looks really cool. And, you know, Smash Brothers. I mean, that's all I thought of. When I seen his design, I felt, okay, now look at this character, how his redesign is. Now he can officially probably be in the next Smash Bros. Because now he doesn't look like a joke. He doesn't look like something from a whole entire different game. So I would love to see him in the next Smash Bros. Which, since you know, Sakurai is done with the game, he can now star on that, and hopefully this will be a character we see in the game, because I don't want just Pit as the sole rep in his in Smash Bros. I want Pit, Eggplant Wizard, and maybe Magnus, either Magnus or Medusa. Now, about Palutena, I don't know, because in general the Smash Brothers series needs more women, because it doesn't have a lot of women, only male characters, male Nintendo characters. So I would say Medusa, mainly because she's a villain, and that's one thing that's lacking in the whole franchise itself and Super Smash Bros. Series. It's the lack of females and the lack of actual villains. So I would put Medusa in because she's both female and a villain. So she fits into those two categories. So everybody gets what they want. About Palutena, I would have her as some type of assist trophy or something like that. Not as a playable character. Either or, I wouldn't care much, but I would like Medusa because she's both an antagonist and a female, which people have been complaining about. There's not enough antagonists, playable characters or female characters in the Smash Bros. Series, so I'll make her, playable. That's just who I want. So the Eggplant Wizard, he looks cool. He can definitely be a good playable character. Obviously fighting with his staff and having a few moves. His final smash could be, yes, his signature move, turning you into a eggplant. And I would think of it, he turns you into an eggplant, and then you're kind of like immobile for like a minute or two, and he can basically do whatever he wants to you. You can't move, you can't do anything, you're just immobile, and he can do anything he wants to do to you. So that will include knocking you out the ring, and he can probably do it to maybe 2 or 3 people. Who knows? It has to have some type of limit. But I do love his new design, and I can't wait to see what his role will be in the next Kid Icarus game, and hopefully it will be a big one, since he is actually one of the main antagonists of Pit's adventures. So both Palutena, why am I saying Palutena? I mean Medusa and Eggplant Wizard make a great team, and Medusa herself, her true form is a one-eyed looking creature. So that's probably why you see a lot of one-eyed enemies in this game, including the Eggplant Wizard. So I don't know if the Eggplant Wizard is actually a creation of Medusa's, or is Eggplant Wizard just a standalone character who is just evil? But it would make sense if Medusa actually created him, since he just has like one eye or whatever. So what do you guys think about the Eggplant Wizard's new design? Do you think he looks pretty cool? I think he looks really cool, more than I expected. I've seen him in the first trailer for Kid Icarus Uprising. I already knew what his design would look like, but just seeing it in official artwork, it just makes it gets me really excited. So what do you think about his new artwork, his new more serious look, and what do you think about him in Smash Brothers or anything? And who do you want from the Kid Icarus Uprising or Kid Icarus franchise to be in Smash Brothers? Just tell me in the comments below. So that was no real news. This is just me being really excited about the Eggplant Wizard, since I do actually like him, from both Captain N and Kid Icarus, the whole Kid Icarus franchise. So comment what you think below. Like, subscribe. Don't forget to join my Facebook fan page, and I will have a link to that in the description. And if you want this picture of the Eggplant Wizard, then I will also have a link for you guys to download that to your computer, so you guys can enjoy or make your avatar or any other thing, render it, whatever. So that's it for this update. I'll be doing more updates as more things are revealed on Kid Icarus Uprising. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next video.